The purpose of this video, I'm going to give you an overview of the course. So I'd like to talk to you just about what you're going to need to do in order to navigate the course. If you need to reach out to the instructor, some of those basic things, just the overall purpose of the course. So let me start off. You'll see here, contact your instructor. The contact info is here, to get in touch with me should you need me. So this is my email here, clinton.blake@eku.edu. You can also message me through Blackboard. I will work hard to get back to everyone between 24 hours, Monday through Friday. If you do send an email or a message over the weekend, it may not be responded to until Monday. And then if you have a question that you need explained in more depth, or you're having an issue you need to discuss with the instructor, please do reach out via email or message, and we can schedule a time to meet virtually on Zoom or Microsoft Teams. So that's the basic information there on how to contact me. There is a brief video here. If you'd like to learn more about who I am, you can view that. So one thing I want to talk about next, so just as far as what we're doing in the course and what we're working towards, you click on this course documents folder, and it gives you right here the major assignments and rubric. So you can kind of see we've got three major essays: a literacy narrative, an analysis, and a synthesis. And then you'll notice this final assessment here that counts as the final for the course, your final e-portfolio. So it's important to remember as you're working through this class, the goal is to improve as a writer, and we'll spend a lot of time doing peer review, and you'll get feedback from me on every essay. So every essay, what I will do is in Blackboard, there's comments in Blackboard. So I will leave you feedback there, and I'll do it on a Google Doc, and actually feedback for all three of your essays will be included in one doc. So the purpose there is you can use my feedback to work towards this final e-portfolio. So kind of keep that in mind as you're working along. And in addition to that, you're going to get a lot of great feedback from each other as well. So I would encourage you to save that in one document and keep that in mind. So as you're working, when you get to the final e-portfolio, you have everything ready. So here's your class textbook. You can see the Commons is an EKU created textbook. It is at no cost for students. There's a PDF file. I encourage you to download the PDF and use it that way. And there are some additional readings that we'll use here. But just getting right into the class, what you need to do to get started. So all your content is going to be in the modules start here. So you'll click here. You'll see we've got Unit 1 here, right? And so there's actually these, this is Module 1, Module 2, 3, and 4 will be open as we get closer to that time. But you'll notice the first thing, you've got dates here. So you've got January 17th to February 10th. That's the time we'll be working with this first module. So click there and that will open for you. And then you can kind of see what we're up to in week 1. So you can kind of see the first several weeks are here for you, but you just want to focus on week 1. The first thing in each course that you want to do, and you can see I'm about to add this video here for you, you'll want to click on this first link here. So this gives you an overview of what's going on for the week, what you're up to, what's important, what you need to read, and then at the bottom, what assignments are due and what days they are due. So each week on Monday, you want to take a close look at that. Also, another thing I want to add, do keep an eye on announcements. So announcements, as soon as you log into Blackboard, they'll appear for you, but you can also get to them on the left side of your screen. You can see the announcements here. And so every Monday at 8 a.m., there will be a new announcement posted, and it's basically this information. What are we up to this week? What are assignments that we're going to be working on? So keep an eye on that. That'll help you stay organized. Another thing, download the syllabus, right? So if you go to kind of circling back here to course documents, download a copy of the syllabus. This is going to tell you everything that you need to know. This is going to guide you for your first syllabus quiz. And as far as staying organized, this course schedule is really helpful. So I would encourage you to download and print this off, and you can keep an eye of what you're up to each week here. So let's go back and look into week 1 so you'll kind of get an idea of how that works. So again, we're going to go back to modules start here, and we're going to click on Unit 1. So you see what we're up to this week. The syllabus is here again for you to look at, and this course schedule since it's the first week. Here's the link to your textbook again, because that's the first week. Here's this video you're watching now in case you want to review it. This video, watch this. This is really important. This walks you through what you need to do to use EKU Google Drive. So we will use the official EKU Google Drive for a lot of our group readings and some of our peer review. So you'll need to make sure you log into that correctly for it to work for you. This is an overview. You'll want to watch this. This is walking you through the strategy, the critical reading strategy for this week. And then you'll notice these last few assignments here. You've got your syllabus quiz, your group reading here, and your first CPA. And you'll notice beside these, this is due Tuesday, due Friday, due Friday. So pay close attention to that when you look on Monday so you know what times your assignments are due. So again, this is really important. I want to draw your attention to the syllabus quiz. This is what we're using as the attendance for the first day. So make sure you complete that. It's open book, use the syllabus. You can take that as many times as you want before you get a perfect score, but that will indicate, it'll be an automatic add drop like the university requires. And if you don't, complete that syllabus quiz. So do make sure you complete that. All right, so that's the gist of kind of how the class will work. You'll notice there's that same structure for week 2. You'll notice January 23rd to 27th, you've got that overview there, you've got your resources, and you'll see, what days things are due Tuesday, due Thursday, due Friday. So then it gives you a preview of your first essay, your literacy narrative there to start thinking about. So that's the structure. I won't repeat that for every week, but you can kind of get an idea. This is how it works every week. This is how it's set up. Keep an eye on those announcements. Do check your EKU email regularly for updates as well. I'll give feedback that way sometimes. Let's see, one other thing that's worth looking at. So if you have a question that you want to reach out to the rest of the class about, or you want to perhaps work with other students or get some feedback from other students in the class, this virtual office is a good place to go. Excuse me. As a matter of fact, that the first week we've got an optional introduction post, and you will do that here on virtual office. I do encourage everyone to do that. It won't be graded, but it's a great way to get to know each other and have an idea of who your classmates are. So you'll just want, anytime you want to kind of keep an eye on that, and that will give you updates for any, if your other classmates need help or have something that could possibly help you out, this is the place to share that. So folks, that is all for now. Reach out with any questions. Thank you all.